Very warm welcome once again to all of you to StudyIQ IS English channel, your favorite channel and your one-stop destination for all of your UPSC CSE needs. So we are going to proceed with the government schemes that have been in news in this month itself of the year 2025, right? So with regard to the context of the session, that the preface that I would like to quote here, the schemes every single year in your prelims along with your mains examination, right? Call it your prelims or mains whatsoever. The schemes, they do possess nearly 2 to 3 questions from both the levels. Prelims, 2 to 3 questions, or even more that what we have seen in last couple of years, that there have been near about 5 questions on an average, specifically coming from the schemes parameters, okay? And so does into the mains examination. So it becomes very, very important for us to discuss the concept of schemes, okay? So with regard to the first scheme for the day, okay, the first scheme for our session here that we are going to discuss, Pradhan Mantri Dhan Dhanya Krishna Yojana. Okay, Krishi Yojana, sorry, not Krishna, Krishi Yojana, Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. What are the aspects of the schemes? So here we go. First thing, objective. See, in order to understand any scheme, in order to understand the genesis or the theme of any scheme, just start with the objective. What is this scheme actually targeting towards? What is this scheme actually focusing on? Right? So now the word itself is clear, right? Yeah, it is written Krishi Yojana. So obviously it is focusing on what? The farming sector or the farmers. No. Farming sector and farmers, they are two different entities when it comes to the umbrella term of agriculture. Make this thing very clear that there is an umbrella term, agriculture. Okay? In that, there is agricultural activity, that is farming, and the those who are involved in those agricultural activity, that is the farmers. So schemes, they are having two different heads. They could be either based on the farming activity in the agriculture, or it could be also based on the farmers in the agriculture, right? So though related but different, right? So that is what the objective. Enhancing agricultural productivity, that is simply speaking, improving the overall output from the agricultural activities. That means it will be very much correct to quote here this thing. Overall output of the agricultural activity. Simply speaking, the crop production, okay, or the quality of the crop, and also not having any kind of a compromise with the quantity of the crop. So to have both of them, quality crop production as well as the quantity crop production, right? So it also talks about adopting the crop diversification and sustainable agricultural practices, right? With regard to the biggest hurdle in the farming sector, specifically in India, though these are the hurdles which are globally common, but just let's focus on our nation. A soil or a land of a farming land or an agricultural land is specifically used for just 1 or 2 different types of crops. And this is not a drawback. This is what the drawback of the nature itself. Okay. So when we talk about the drawback of the nature itself, we have to deal with the most of the scientific phenomena as we can have. Right? Okay. So here we go with regard to the adopting of the crop diversification, that is enhancing the scientific use in order to sustain and enhance the fertility of the soil, right? So here it goes, encouraging diversified cropping systems and environmentally sustainable agricultural methods, which will improve irrigation facilities as well. That is ensuring better irrigation system to improve water access for farming. We know it very well with regard to the devils of global warming, the impacts of La Nina and El Nino, simply speaking, the droughts and the floods, they have enhanced a lot. They have increased a lot. And because of which, we as a common humans, we do not suffer much. But the one who suffers the most is the farmers. Only and only the farmers. They suffer at their best. Best not with regard to the best, best with regard to the worst in the best. right? And so comes this concept here, improving irrigation facilities, that is providing the water access, that is trying to have as much as reservoirs or canals or the pipeline supply, whatsoever it can be done, okay? Augmenting post-harvest storage. The next big hurdle a farmer faces, what is that? Okay, harvesting season is done. The crops, they are now with the farmers. Where to store it? Right, where to store it? This is what the question is. How do I store it and where do I store it? Do I have got the proper access to the cold storage? Are they affordable? Are they convenient? Are they reliable? This is what the farmers, they do face throughout the nation, from north to south, from east to west, every corner. Okay, so that is why strengthening storage infrastructure at the panchayat and block levels to prevent crop wastages. So the responsibility or the management of the crop storage facilities, they are entitled to whom? They are entitled to the panchayats at the block level. Okay, so simply the panchayats, that's it. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, dear Gunpreet. I'm good. How are you? I hope everything is fine. Okay, and you guys are studying well as well. So this is what the objectives of the scheme they are. Next thing, the program is motivated by another scheme or another policy of the program that started in the year 2018, that is aspirational district programs. Guys, before proceeding into the elements of the ADP, that is the aspirational district programs, let's just understand the need of such type of scheme. In disclaimer, I would like to quote, I'm not trying to justify or just try to be being biased towards any government or showing any prejudice or favor towards any government. No, let's play on the very neutral grounds. The present incumbent government, when it comes to the areas of providing sufficient elements at the grassroots level, is doing quite good. It's not like that the former governments haven't done. They have also done good. But they have done X, then this government at the grassroots level I'm talking about, not at the all level of the economy. So if the former government has performed X level, then this government is performing X plus 1 level. And one such evidence or one such example in front of us is what? This is here, aspirational district programs. Right? So launched in the year 2018. And what was the primary focus? What was the primary thing that is needed to be understood here? Simply keeping 3 things in mind, that is convergence, collaboration, and competition. Enhancing the market, enhancing the local production, identifying the key areas of issues, and identifying the key areas of concerns. So this is where aspirational district programs, they were working. So as what we can see, they are motivated by ADPs, which was launched in 2018 to quickly and effectively transform 112 most underdeveloped districts across the countries. Okay, around some 800 districts. 112 districts were identified as most underdeveloped districts. From Kashmir to Maharashtra to UP to Jharkhand to Bihar, towards the northeast, towards the southern parts, towards the northwest parts, including Gujarat, including Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, and so on. Right? So nationally, pan-India, 112 districts were identified as most underdeveloped. And so comes into the picture aspirational district program. What is this? Launched in 2018, aims to transform the districts that have shown relatively lesser, relatively what? Relatively lesser in key, lesser progress actually in key areas, in key social areas. Okay, these districts are that are affected by poor socio-economic indicators, right? Okay, so what is the term? What is the theme we need to understand? 2018, 112 districts which are performing very low progress, okay, specifically when it comes to the socio-economic indicators, okay? And what are the parameters for selection? Okay, low productivity, districts with low agricultural output, Moderate crop intensity, that is the cropping intensity which measures the efficiency of land. Then it is defined as the ratio of gross cropped area, the net area sown. And for example, India's cropping intensity in 2021 to 2022 was 155%, showing how efficiently land was utilized. Okay, so guys, that's the fact we need to understand. The efficiency of utilization of the land. Okay, as you can see the data, 155% of the land, how efficiently it was utilized. And the last thing, below average credit parameters. That is the financial credit available to the farmers in each district will be a consideration. Okay, what will be the consideration? How much easily the farmers in each and every locality, they are able to avail the loans. Okay, that is the financial support. So this is what the parameters for selection. So at a glimpse, once again, low productivity. Apart from that, below average credit parameters. Okay, when it comes to low productivity, we have to also discuss about the crop intensity along with the ratio of the gross cropped and the net sown area. Okay, so these are the parameters for the areas for selection. Key features when we talk about with regard to not ADP, but with regard to Dhanashri Krishi Yojana. Okay. Beneficiaries. It is expected to benefit 1.7 crores of the farmers. Right? How many? 1.7 crores. See, whatever the party is at the center, or call it the states as well, they should be having this one thought in their mind. Always one thought. And what is that one thought? Or one thought is also not the correct word. I must take policy. To support the farmers at their best. India is an agricultural nation. Around 60% of the population in India, they are involved in agriculture, in the farming farming sector. Right? But the problem is, we don't know actual definition of farmers. So before proceeding ahead, let's just discuss about, according to the national policy on farmers, who is a farmer actually? Okay, once one a very single statement here. So when we talk about national policy on farmers. So, simply speaking, who is a farmer? Who are the persons who will be designated as farmer through the national agricultural policy? So, firstly, yes, the one who is doing farming, that is a farmer for sure. Another one, the one who is involved in beekeeping, that is a beekeeper, is also taken as a farmer. Then, fishermen, they are also designated as the farmer according to the national policy on farmers. Okay. Then we have got the poultry farm owners. They are also considered as farmers. Apart from that, those who are involved in nursery, okay, they are also considered as farmers. And last, the ones who deal in farm products. Okay, the one who deal in farm products. Whatever farm products, let's say for example, seeds, okay, urea, or tools, machines, okay, whatsoever. These are the persons, those who are defined as farmers according to the national policy on farmers. So guys, make it very clear. Who is a farmer? So a farmer is a person who is a farmer, that is, who is farming. Apart from that, a farmer is a person who is also a beekeeper, a fisherman, the one who runs the poultry, the one who runs a nursery, the one, okay, who deals in the farm products. These are all known as farmers. Okay. Okay. So beneficiaries expected to benefit whom? Expected to benefit 1.7 crore farmers, right? Next, budget allocation. So for the Dhan Dhan Shri Krishi Yojana, okay, there is no separate budget allocation for it has been done. Okay, so no separate allocation announced. Simply, funds will be managed through the convergence of existing schemes. It could be from the ADPs, it could be from the crop insurance, or from any existing scheme that is specifically made for what? That is specifically made for farmers or agriculture, simply. Okay, so make it very clear when it comes to the scheme. Okay, what is the name of scheme once again? PM Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Okay, so for PM Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana, no specific fund has been allocated. Okay, whatever the existing funds they are there, okay, all the existing funds, okay, all the existing schemes and the funds related to them, they will be utilized for the PM Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana. Okay. So with this, you have also read about the ADP, okay, that is Aspirational District Programs. Now coming on to the next big scheme that has been in news, that is Gyan Bharatam mission or the Gyan Bharatam campaign, simply. Right. So what is Gyan Bharatam? How do we define this? Let's understand. So the scheme and the news. The Union Budget of 2025-26 announced a special mission for the segments. Segments of what? Survey, documentation, and conservation of India's manuscripts heritage. So for the sake of our manuscripts protection, okay, we have got a separate mission, a separate policy or a program that is known as Gyan Bharatam mission. Okay, and according to the Gyan Bharatam mission, three things will be kept in priority. That is the survey, the documentation, along with the conservation of the heritage manuscripts of our country. Okay, so it is what it is. It is a special mission for the survey, documentation, and conservation of India's manuscript heritage, lying with academic institutions, museums, libraries, and private collectors. Okay, so India's heritage manuscripts, wherever they are, if they are available with the government, then also it will be kept under survey, conservation, and protection. Apart from that, if it is with some non-government entity, any public library or a private library, any private collector, the one who is enthusiasts in the field of manuscripts, okay, or any particular museum or a institution, school, college, company, organization, whatsoever. Okay, I mean, that means, simply speaking, manuscripts available anywhere in India. Okay, with government, not with government, with single institution or a single person. Okay, kept inside a museum or at a person's office or a home. Okay, wherever. Okay, this is what? The Bharat Gyantam mission. Okay, sorry, Gyan Bharatam mission. So coverage, where it is targeting, what is the area of coverage? So the nodal ministry, first of all, it is the Ministry of Culture. And what is the coverage area? More than 1 crore manuscripts will be completed under the Gyan Bharatam mission. Okay, area of coverage, what it is? 1 crore manuscripts. And apart from that, how many ministries? Just one ministry. What is the name of the ministry? Ministry of Culture. And with here it comes, a national digital repository of Indian knowledge system for knowledge sharing will be also set up. Apart from that, the mission will be executed under a separate mission that is known as National Mission for Manuscripts. Okay, so who will be taking care? National Mission for Manuscripts. So budget allocation, is there any further budget allocated for the Gyan Bharatam mission? As we have seen that Krishi Yojana, there was no separate budget for it. But with regard to the Gyan Bharatam mission, what is the concept? To accommodate the new mission, budget allocation for the National Manuscripts mission has been hiked. Hiked from where? From 3.5 crores, if you can see the jump, okay, to 60 crores, right? More than 15x, okay? From 3.5 crores. No, this is not a misprinting or mistyping. It is the reality. From 3.5 crores to 60 crores, okay, under the Gyan Bharatam mission for the National Mission for Manuscripts. Okay, so there is a umbrella or the pilot project that is known as the National Mission for Manuscripts, and under that a separate mission has been started named as Gyan Bharatam mission. Okay, what is a manuscript first of all? Now the question is, how do I define this word that is manuscript? So firstly, it is a handwritten composition. First thing, okay, it should be handwritten, not typed or printed, right? Secondly, where? On what? It could be on a paper, it could be on a tree bark as well, it could be on cloth, on any metal, on any palm leaf, or it could be any other material dating back at least 75 years that has significant scientific, historical, or aesthetic value. Okay, so guys, manuscripts simply, they are first of all handwritten. Handwritten where? On any element or a material. From from paper to canvas, that is cloth, to tree bark, to metal, to palm leaf. Like for example, if you are watching our art and culture classes, in our first class of Indian painting 2 days back, we discussed about the Pala School of Indian Miniature. This Pala School of Indian Miniature, we have seen that the palm leaf was used for painting. Okay. So in that we have got a very famous manuscript as well. It was named as Sahasrika Prajnaparmit. Okay, Sahasrika Prajnaparmit. What is that? It is simply what? It is simply a manuscript. Done on what? On palm leaf, along with some wonderful paintings. Okay, so this is what manuscript's definition is. And make it clear, that is lithographs, that is something that is printed, okay, is not considered as a manuscript. So anything which is written on any element, it is known as manuscript. But if it is printed or something like that, or just painted, then also it won't be considered as a manuscript. Okay. Now, talking about the National Mission for Manuscripts. How do we define this? National Mission for Manuscripts. Okay, what's the logic? So, established in the year 2003 by the Ministry of Tourism and Culture. And so, the Gyan Bharatam Mission, Ministry of Culture. Okay. Locate manuscripts through a national level survey and post survey. So, what were the objectives? To locate wherever our manuscripts are kept. Next, document each and every manuscript for a national electronic database. We have to keep it into our national electronic database. Next, it currently contains information on 4 million, that is 40 lakh manuscripts, making the largest database on Indian manuscripts in the world. And what is the target of the Gyan Bharatam mission? It is literally how much? 1 crore. 1 crore. Okay. With regard to the Gyan Bharatam mission, how much it is? 1 crore. Okay. And for the National Mission for Manuscripts, it is so far under the National Database on Indian Manuscripts. Presently, we have got nearly 40 lakh manuscripts kept there. Okay, the information, not manuscripts, the information that where are they, who they belong to, presently who is the owner, and so on, right? So this is what the National Mission on Manuscripts, working under whom? Working under Ministry of Tourism and Culture. Okay, and it is now also given the responsibility of Gyan Bharatam mission. So National Mission on Manuscripts, 40 lakhs manuscripts registered in the National Electronic Database, and Gyan Bharatam mission will enhance it further to 1 crores plus. Okay, that means it will be nearly about 1 crores 40 lakh. Okay, 1 crore 40 lakhs manuscripts in the National Electronic Database of India. Okay, please make it clear what is the nodal agency. Nodal agency is Ministry of Tourism and Culture. So moving on to the next scheme for the day we have got, that is the Skill India. Kaushal Bharat, Kushal Bharat, the motto. The National Periodic Labour Survey, or in fact, the International Labour Organization, many of the times, multiple times simply, they have pointed out a distinct story with regard to India's labor. See, I'm talking about India's labor survey, that is periodic labor survey we got. And apart from that, the ILO, one of the bodies of the United Nations, International Labour Organizations, labor organization. They have in multi-reports, they have highlighted the fact that though India is having good force of labor, good labor force is available in India, but the problem that the nation faces is skilled labor. See, I'm not saying that we are not skilled enough, but the problem is the identification of the skill in India is biggest hurdle. Majority of the skills in India, they are just bounded inside a house for the household activities. Cook the food, wash the utensils, wash the clothes, serve the food, and this and that. That is what majority of the skill in India is. Okay, and apart from that, the evils of, or the devils of the economy, that we call it as unemployment. And in that unemployment, the problem is with regard to the frictional and disguised unemployment, where also this skill concept, this skill factor gets subjugated. So that is where the International Labour Organization and the Periodic Labour Force Survey in India, they have highlighted this factor. That it's not like that Indians, they do not have the skills. Yes, they do have. But yes, the skills, they do get subjugated when it comes to the race of getting an employment. And apart from that, some areas of the some areas of the stereotype or orthodox mentalities, where caste, religion, custom, creed, race, gender discrimination, and so on, it also subjugates the skill factors in India. Okay, and for this, to eliminate all of such things, once again, the government has came forward with a very wonderful campaign, I must call it, that is the Skill India. Okay, Skill India, what is the motto? So motto is here, in a very simple terms, it is written, Kaushal Bharat, Kushal Bharat. That is skilled India, okay, developed India. In India, which is prosper, simply. Okay, so what is the context? The Union government has decided to restructure its skilling initiatives, combining 3 of them into the Skill India program. So we have to deal with 3 different skills program. Okay, 3 different programs that are created, or the schemes that are curated for the sake of skills enhancement in Indians. Okay, so government in this particular budget session, they have announced that 3 different schemes, they will be converged or mixed together to create a single India, the Skill India program. Okay, so what is the Skill India program and what are the 3 schemes? So the first scheme is here, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 4.0. Okay, so convergence of 3 different schemes are to happen. Okay, and one such scheme, the first scheme is here, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 4.0. Okay, so which ministry? Ministry of Skill Development. We have got a distinct ministry as well. Okay, Ministry of Skill Development. Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, that is MSDE. Implemented by National Skill Development Corporation under the same ministry. What is the duration kept for it? 2022 to 2026, that is the 5 years. And the target beneficiary, the people aged between 15 to 59 years of age. Okay, so minimum age 15 years, maximum age 59 years. Okay, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Which ministry? Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Apart from that, any particular department? Yes, the department is National Skill Development Corporation. Launched in the year time period, it has been kept for 2022 to 2026. Apart from that, it is targeting, or actually the beneficiaries, they could be the eligibility criteria, minimum 15 years and maximum 59 years of age. Okay. Here we go. The timeline of the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana so far. Okay. How it has worked. So let's see. Ministry of Skill Development was established in the year 2014. Before that, we do not had this Ministry of Skill Development. Okay. In 2015, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 1.0 was launched, which benefited 19.86 lakhs candidate. Skilled, or they were provided training, okay, and their skills were enhanced. Apart from that, next, 2016, watching the success of the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 1.0, Kaushal Vikas Yojana 2.0 was launched. And this time it was 1.10 crore candidates, they were skilled. Next comes into the picture, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana 3.0. Just because of the COVID, we have to watch this figure, that is, apart from 1.10 lakh in 2016, 2020 it was 7.37 lakhs. Even during COVID, when we were able to train 7.37 lakhs of the candidates, this is not a bad data. Next, 2021, customized crash course program for COVID warriors. Okay, the one who fought the COVID virus, okay, and they were considered victorious as well, that they defeated the death. So in that, 1.2 lakh candidates were trained, okay, in 2021. And comes the 2022 to 2026 era that is presently going on, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Okay, Skill Hub initiative has been launched in here, utilizing infrastructure in educational institutions and undergoing right now. 1.97 lakhs they have been trained. Let's wait for the exact data when the scheme shall be completed. Okay. So Pradhan Mantri National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme, that is PM NAPS. Okay, so the next thing here, the second scheme that is going to be converged into the Skill India program, Pradhan Mantri National Apprenticeship Program Scheme, that is PM NAPS. What is this? What is the objective? To facilitate a smooth transition from education to employment through apprenticeship program. Apprenticeship basically providing internship. So from education to employment. Okay, providing what? Simply the internship or the apprenticeship. Provides industry-specific skills via real-world workplace exposure. And yes, financial support. Central government covers 25% of the stipend, and that is up to 1,500 rupees per month per internship via direct benefit transfer DBT. Okay, so if I am a school or college student, I have got an internship in any XYZ company. Let's say they are paying me 100 rupees. So out of that 100 rupees, 25% of the money will be given by the government through the PM NAPS. The rest 75% from the company. And apart from that 25% of the salary, additionally 1,500 rupees more will be given to me. Okay, how much? 1,500 rupees more, right? So this is where the government is working, and this 1,500 rupees and that 25% of the salary during the apprenticeship, that is the internship, I will be getting through the DBT program, that is the direct benefit transfer into my bank account only. Okay, and who are the eligible candidates? Aged between 14 to to 35. Okay, eligibility for the previous one. Okay, what we have got? We have got 15 to 59. And in the NAPS, we have got 14 to 35. Okay. So, it also aligns the industries. It encourages internships in traditional manufacturing, including fields like AI, robotics, blockchain technology, green energy, okay, and so on. So, supports for small enterprises. It promotes enrollments in MSMEs, especially in aspirational districts, along with Northeast region expanding opportunities in the undeserved areas. Okay, unreserved actually it should be, sorry. Okay, let's correct it. Unreserved areas. Okay, so here there is a mentioning of Industry 4.0, right? Yes, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. So, into the comment section later on, not now. Okay, after the session has ended, you will have to tell me, this will be your homework. What do you understand by the term Industry 4.0? Okay, what is this term actually mentioning to Industry 4.0? Is it related to heavy industries? Is it related to IT? Is it related to some AIs or machine learning or what? Okay, is it related to just the computer hardwares? What actually is Industry 4.0? Okay. So coming to the point, the next one, Jan Shikshan Sansthan, JSS scheme, Jan Shikshan Sansthan scheme. It will be in short JSSS. Okay. So what is there? Community Center Skilling Initiative, focusing on providing affordable, flexible, and inclusive vocational training. Who are the beneficiaries? They target specifically the women, the rural youth, as well as the economically disadvantaged people, simply economically backward people. And what is the eligibility criteria? Minimum age 15, maximum age being 45. Okay. Next. Integrated with Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha Abhiyan. Okay, so there was a PM Jan Man scheme, okay, which has been alienated with the further of the scheme that is known as Jan Shikshan Sansthan scheme. Okay, so this is also by default added now through the Skill India campaign or the Skill India program, right? Okay. So the next scheme into the picture here, that is the midday meal scheme. So midday meal scheme has been also in news for a very not so like normal reasons. Well, you can only decide whether this action was justified or not. Okay. So Maharashtra government, the state of Maharashtra, its government has declared that the eggs they were providing to the students in the midday meal scheme will no longer be served. I would like and request you guys to let me know into the comment section whether this action by the Maharashtra government of discontinuing of providing eggs in the midday meal scheme, right or wrong. Okay. So, the whole context. The Maharashtra government has decided to withdraw rupees 50 crores in funding for eggs and millet-based sweet dishes in state-run schools under the midday meal scheme. Okay, so 50 crore rupees of the fund has been withdrawn by the Maharashtra government, which was allocated for providing eggs and millets-based sweets, desserts basically, for the students in the midday meal scheme, right? So let's see about the midday meal scheme. What is this all about? Launched in the year 1995, a wonderful scheme. Not just for the nourishment of the students, okay, simply not just for the nourishment of the students, but also attracting the students to come to the school, which will give boost or impetus to the education sector in India, right? So midday meal scheme, basically, okay, what is this all about? Simply speaking, it's about attracting the students as well as also committing or the government's duty, state's duty under Article 47 to raise the level of nutrition. It is also justifying. Okay. So launched in 1995, the National Program for Nutritional Support to Primary Education, and was renamed as Midday Meal Scheme in 2001, 6 years later. So initially, what was the name? NPNSPE, right? What is that? National Support to Primary Education, renamed as Midday Meal Scheme, that is MDM, in the year 2001, 6 years later. 2021, MDM was merged into Mantri Poshan Shakti Nirman Scheme. Okay. In 2021, there was another scheme that is known as PM Poshan, and in that, Midday Meal Scheme was submerged. Okay. Now, features of the MDM, what is that? Free cooked lunch for school children in class 1 to 8. Then, jointly funded by central and state governments. 60% of the cost is to be coming from the union, and the rest 40% by the states. Okay. And meals must follow nutritional guidelines under the National Food Security Act of 2013. Okay. So guys, the features that we need to mark out, what are they? Firstly, so yes, Midday Meal Scheme launched in the year 1995 as NPNSPE, and apart from that, it was renamed 6 years later as the Midday Meal Scheme. Eligibility: students from class 1 to class 8 in all the government funded schools. Okay, see, it is not applicable in the private schools. It is only in the government funded or the government aided schools. Okay. Who will bear the expenses? It is a central sponsored scheme. So 60% of the money is coming from the central government, and the rest 40% is to be borne by the state governments. And apart from that, the guidelines for the food's nutrition, they should come from where? They should come from the Food Security Act of the 2013. Okay. So meals, they must follow the nutrition guidelines under the Food Security Act 2013. So next comes into the picture Pradhan Mantri Poshan Shakti Nirman. Okay, that is PM Poshan in simple. Works under which ministry? So Ministry of Education. See, with regard to the word Poshan in Hindi, you might get confused. Okay, so it would be from the Ministry of Health, Family or Social Welfare, something like that. No, since it is related to the Midday Meal Scheme, so it is, the nodal agency will be Ministry of Education under the central government. Right. So talking about PM Poshan, launched in the year 2021, initiative replaces the previous Midday Meal Scheme and is set to run from 21 to 22 to 25 to 26 with a financial outlay of 1.31 trillion. How much? 1.31 trillion rupees. Right. So to provide one hot cooked meal to children in government and government aided schools. And objectives: addressing malnutrition, simply justifying the government's duty under Article 47 of the Directive Principles of State Policy that talks about it is the duty of the state to raise the level of nutrition. And apart from that, eliminating the supply of or the circulation of the intoxicating substances from the society. Okay. So here we go. Addressing malnutrition, improving educational attendance, that is attracting the students to come to the school, that will for sure provide impetus to the education system, and holistic approach, that is promoting a life cycle approach, focusing on first 1000 days of child's life. Okay, emphasizing adequate nutrition during pregnancy as well as early childhood. Okay, so this is what the PM Poshan is, working under which ministry? So simply it will be Ministry of Education, not Health, Family Welfare, Social Welfare, no, not any other ministry. Ministry of Education, Central Government of India. So next what we have got, the soil health card scheme. Okay, so what is this soil health card scheme all about and why it is in news? So in February 2025, soil health card scheme completed 10 single years, not single actually, 10 years, that is a single decade has been completed by the soil health card scheme. Okay. Next, what is about soil health card scheme? It was launched on 19th February 2015, where the location is very important, at Suratgarh in Rajasthan. Okay, where? At Suratgarh, it's in Rajasthan, to assist state government to issue soil health cards to all the farmers in the country. Now you know it very well, soil health card, the name itself is justifying everything. Providing the report, like for example, in school days, you get your report card, right? Or if you are ill, then you go to the doctor, you get your proper checkups, and then you get your report, your health report. How much healthy your body is, where is the problem, how to tackle that problem, what should be the medication, what should be the treatment, and so on, right? So in that very same way, in that very same sense, we have got the health card of the soils of India. Okay, so soil health card scheme launched in the year 2015, not in Delhi, not in Mumbai, it is Suratgarh Taluka, the Suratgarh region of Rajasthan. Okay, for what? To assist state governments to issue soil health cards to all the farmers throughout the country, not just in Rajasthan, launched in Rajasthan, but for the sake of whole nation, right? Soil health card provides information to farmers on multiple components, that is on nutrient status of their soil, along with recommendation on appropriate dosage of nutrients to be applied for the improvement of the soil health. Okay, so just for example, when you go for a checkup, okay, in the reports, the disease, the illness, the problems, they are mentioned, and so your doctor do provide you the treatment and proper medicines, the medications as well. Okay, that is how to tackle and eliminate the disease or illness from your body. So in that very same case, in that very same sense, through the soil health card scheme, the government, they do provide the issues, that is how much nutrients are out, how much nutrients are needed, okay, in order to sustain the fertility of the soil. And apart from that, scheme has been merged through Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. Okay, so soil health and fertility has been merged with which scheme? Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. So simply speaking, the key objectives of the soil health card scheme, what are they? So as you can see, capacity building of district and state level staff for promotion of nutrient management practices. Then we have got strengthen the functioning of soil testing laboratories and associated infrastructure. Then to promote soil test based on nutrient management across the country, and to diagnose soil fertility. Okay, and apart from that, to issue soil health cards to all the farmers. So this is what, simply speaking, capacity building, strengthening the functioning of the soils by testing them into the laboratories, promoting the soil test thing as well, and apart from that, diagnosing the soil fertility, and last but not the least, issue the card of the health of the soil to the concerned farmers as well. So this is how the soil fertility or the soil health card works. Okay, so the key features of the soil health card, what are they? Firstly, to provide nutrient status of the soil and the fertilizer as well. This is the thing that we need to highlight. To the soil as well as to the fertilizer, right? Next, parameters covered, the 12 key parameters. That is, first of all, macronutrients. What are they? Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and sulfur. Okay, macronutrients, that is in the bigger phase, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and sulfur. Micronutrients, what are they? Zinc, iron, copper, manganese, and boron. Then we have got other soil properties, that is the pH level, how much acidic or basic it is. Then EC, what is this EC? Electrical conductivity of the soil. And last, OC, that is organic carbon. Okay, so all of these things, from macronutrient to micronutrient and other soil properties, that is the pH level, okay, how much acidic and basic it is. Apart from that, the EC level, that is electrical conductivity, and lastly, that is OC, that is organic carbon. So these are the proper parameters that are mentioned in a soil health card. Okay, and what is the sampling frequency? In how much time gap a farmer can get the soil health card? Okay, so twice a year, simply 6 months, once in every 6 months. Simply speaking, post harvest of Rabi and Kharif crops. Okay, conducted when no standing crop is in the field. Okay, when the harvest is done. Okay, cropping has been done and the crops, they have also been taken out of the field. Then only, that means simply now the field is vacant, the field is empty. Then only the particular survey or the testing of the soil can be done. Okay, in how much gap? 6 months, once in 6 months. This is what the soil health card scheme is all about. Next comes into the list, that is Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. Okay, Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. Not a type of a freebies, okay, simply speaking. But yes, something that is needed as well throughout the nation. So here we go. Around 8.5 lakh households have installed solar rooftops, okay, under the PM Surya Ghar Yojana. Solar rooftops, we know it very well when it comes to the renewable energy or the non-conventional sources of energy. Then how this solar cells, they do play a very vital role, very vital role. And through the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, some 8.5 lakh households, they have been gifted with this solar rooftops. How many? 8.5 lakhs. Not a small figure. Okay, so as we can see about PM Surya Ghar Yojana, launched in February 15, 2014, on February 15, 2014. Objective to provide free electricity to 1 crore households by facilitating the installation of solar rooftop electricity systems. Okay, how many? 1 crores. And out of 1 crores, okay, 8.5 lakhs, they are already done. So 91.5 lakhs more are to be targeted. Okay, next, nodal ministry, the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Guys, make it clear, it is not the Ministry of Power or Electricity. It is the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, MNRE. And the implementing agency, it will be a separate body made for this particular scheme itself, that is Rural Electrification Corporation, REC. Okay, what is the name? Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. How many are targeted? 1 crore households are targeted. Out of them, 8.5 lakhs they have been given with the free solar rooftops. Okay, launched on 15th February 2024. Apart from that, the nodal agency, the ministry, actually, it is the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and the implementing body that is working under the same ministry, it will be REC, Rural Electrification Corporation. Okay, so the key features of the scheme, once again, free electricity provisions. Eligible households will receive up to 300 units of electricity free every month. Apart from that, solar rooftops. Subsidy, it also provides subsidy. The scheme offers a subsidy of up to 60%, as you can mark. Okay, what is the level or the amount of subsidy? 60% of the cost of solar panels for up to 2 kilowatt capacity, and 40% for systems between 2 to 3 kilowatt capacity. Okay, so the subsidy is capped at 3 kilowatt capacity basically. Okay, That is rupees 30,000 subsidy for 1 kilowatt, rupees 60,000 subsidy for 2 kilowatt, and rupees 78,000 subsidy for 3 kilowatt systems or higher. Basically, capping is 3 kilowatts. Okay, the last capping, right? So 1 kilowatt, how much? 30,000. 2 kilowatt, 60,000. Okay, and above 78,000. Right? So this is what the PM Surya Ghar Bijli Yojana, Muft Bijli Yojana. Okay. Then we have got the model solar villages. Okay, what are the model solar villages all about? So the scheme aims to create one model solar village in each district of India, where in each city, in each taluka, in each block, no, one village in every district that will be considered as the model village for the implementation of solar energy. What is the eligibility criteria for a village to be considered a model village? Which village is eligible? So firstly, for normal states and UTs that are not given any special category status, right? For normal states and UTs, must be a revenue village with a population of more than 5,000 as per the latest census. Latest census, what we have got? 2011 census only is the latest census. Okay. So, here you might get confused that, sir, there is a mentioning of a term revenue village. What is this revenue village? How do I define this? So basically, revenue village is considered as a village that provides land revenue. Okay. Okay, what does it provides? Land revenue collection. So what is the minimum cap for the land revenue collection? It is not mentioned in the scheme. Okay, but yes, the scheme should be providing a chunk of land revenue that is coming from the land to the government. Okay, obviously state government as it's the state subject. Okay, so next, apart from the revenue village, for Himalayan and northeastern states. Okay. So for normal states and UTs, population of 5,000 and above as per the latest census. What is the latest census? 2011 is only the latest census. And apart from that, it should be also a revenue village for normal states and UTs as well. But for Himalayan states and our northeastern states, what we have got, including the states of or the UTs of Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep. Okay, separate subhead. Revenue village with a population size of more than 2,000. The same thing, just the difference is the above one 5,000, the lower one 2,000. Okay, simple. And incentives for urban local bodies and Panchayati Raj. Okay, if the institutions they do perform the best, okay, in implementation of the solar rooftops, then the panchayats and the municipalities, whatsoever they are, that is the urban local bodies or the Panchayati Raj institutions, they are eligible or entitled to receive the incentives as well. So PM Surya Ghar Yojana, which has given us the model solar villages, and this model solar villages will also be providing some good amount of incentives to the PRIs and ULBs in case they perform the task well, that is incentives. Okay. Next, the legal services. Once again, we have to discuss about the DPSP fragment. Article 39, capital A of the Indian Constitution, inserted through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976, has gifted the citizens and another realm of duty to the state, that is providing free legal aid and equal justice, specifically to the poor. Okay, free legal aid and equal justice, specifically to the poor. Okay. In that sense, we have got this scheme with us as well. That is Legal Aid Defense Council System, that is LADS. Okay, what is this? So LADCS, that is Legal Aid Defense Council System. It is a program that provides free legal assistance to the accused people in criminal cases only. Make this thing clear, not in civil cases. It is for the criminal cases only, the accused in the criminal cases. Who will be giving the fund? It will be the NALSA, National Legal Services Authority Act, established through the Article 39 capital A itself. The fund will come from NALSA. And the beneficiaries, those who are poor and marginalized, people in custody, that is those who are under trials, convicts or juvenile offenders. Apart from that, women and children in distress, and yes, victims of human trafficking as well. Okay, so they will be given, victims, not the culprits here, okay, victims of human trafficking. Okay, so they will be given what? Through the Legal Aid Defense Council, free legal assistance, and from where the funding will come? From the NALSA, that is National Legal Services Act. Okay, the key features, there will be a full-time Legal Aid Defense Counsel appointed at the district level, who handles the criminal cases from start to finish, that is from free trial to bail, etc. Apart from that, free legal representation, the advocate or simply the lawyer will be there to represent the accused, okay, in front of the court. And apart from that, yes, 24/7 assistance. The lawyers, they assist in police stations, jails and courts 24/7. That is whenever needed. Okay, so this is what key features. And apart from that, yes, confidential and professional representation. So it ensures quality defense similar to private legal representation. Okay, that is the data, the information of the accused will not be leaked and the confidentiality will be maintained. Okay, next and the last into our list for today is the Naksha program. Okay, what is this Naksha program? So here we go. Naksha, that is, first of all, it stands for, okay, National Geospatial Knowledge Based Land Survey of Urban Habitations. Okay, that is simply in short Naksha. What is this? National Geospatial Knowledge Based Land Survey of Urban Habitations. Okay, it aims to create what? It aims to create and update the land records in urban areas only, to ensure accurate and reliable documentation of land ownership. Guys, the fact that you need to mark, it doesn't deals with the lands in the rural areas. Naksha only deals with the land records of urban areas. Full form being National Geospatial Knowledge Based Land Survey of Urban Habitation only. Only and only urban, not rural. Okay, just to identify the actual documents and actual landowner. This is for the sake of actual landowners identification. Objectives: accurate and reliable land records, empowering citizens, that is, it shall, reduce the concept of disputes related to the land. And apart from that, enhancing urban planning, obviously, and ensuring transparency and efficiency. Simply speaking, IT-based system for property record administration. And last but not the least, the things that are also mentioned in the Sustainable Development Goals, that is sustainable development here, facilitating orderly urban growth and minimizing conflicts over the land ownership. So what we have got? The Naksha program. Okay. So guys, that's it with regard to the schemes that were in news in the month of March 2025. So thank you so much guys for joining. And apart from that, if you wish to connect with me through the social media handles, so here we go. With regard to Instagram, it is Praveen Mishra _2107. You can connect with me here. And apart from that, yes, with regard to Telegram, there is a channel created for you guys, that is study_with_Praveen. So wherever you guys are comfortable, whatever the platform you possess, okay, you can connect with me here and discuss all of your doubts related to your academics, or even if there is requirement for any notes, I can share with you guys there. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching, and please do like the video and subscribe the channel as well if you haven't done yet. See you all in the very next session. Bye bye. Good day. Take care. Study well. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.